I'm studying creative media production at level 3. I think what I enjoy most about my course is being able to have supportive tutors. They've really helped me figure out what I want to do within media, because initially the plan was not to do media because I want to do marketing in the future, but I've been able to discover loads of things which I would have never thought I would have been able to. So for example, when I started college, I didn't even know how to set up a camera or anything like that, but through all the support I've been able to, and I've learned way more now. So not too long ago we had a guest speaker in who was a director, but also, what else did he do? He was a director, but also he made commercials and things like that. I think it was really inspiring just because obviously I didn't necessarily want to go down the filming route, but he was touching on like marketing techniques and things like that, which has stuck with me, which I'm going to bring into my FMP, because there was one thing he said that really stood out to me that I didn't even know about, but it's like the 7 seconds, I think, rule of marketing, where you have 7 seconds for the audience to like get an opinion on something, and then if they don't like it, they'll just scroll on. So I actually noticed that because on my Instagram account I've got the statistics turned on, and usually a lot of the people like swipe off when it's like after 7 seconds. So I feel like you just have to be in touch with the trends and understand how all of those things work. Yeah, I definitely think that this course has taught me a lot in terms of like what can help me with work experience, because I would say doing work experience has taught me a lot of things that the course wouldn't have necessarily been able to teach me, but the course gave me like fundamentals and the basic knowledge of, you know, how the industry works and what is expected, and things like theories and, you know, the important stuff. So yeah, from the very beginning I started filming the girls programme for a basketball club, because obviously it's not as popular as the boys, especially like it's the same in football as well. I mean, lately girls football has been growing as well, but I feel like in general basketball is less popular in the UK, and especially for girls, like there's not many girls doing it. So I was speaking to the coach about that, and then she was saying, oh, like you can film a promotional video for us, which I ended up doing. And kind of the club feels like a family now, because I've got to know all of them. I've been on away games with them, like I filmed their games. There's even been like, they're actually playing a game today, it's an away game up north, but yeah, just really interesting games and leagues and things like that. So I guess it's helped me grow, one as a person, and two, like my skills, because I remember once, this was actually quite embarrassing, someone came in to speak to the girls, like obviously in the girls programme, and I was recording but I didn't check the mic and it didn't record any sound. So I feel like I've learnt from my mistakes and it's really helped me in a way, and that's how I've been able to develop. So I've been able to go on trips. So basically I set up an Instagram account where I started posting my footage, and I was like collaborating with some accounts, and I feel like the more you collaborate and the more people you add or follow or like or share their posts, the more you kind of get out there. So I got in contact with one club and they were looking for aspiring videographers and photographers, and they just posted it on their story and they were like, message us if like that's of your interest. So I ended up messaging them, and then shortly after I had like a phone call with the person who founded the club, and they were just saying that they were looking for someone to go to Lithuania with them to film a basketball tournament. So obviously I've said yes because I thought that was an amazing experience. But yeah, it was all, they paid for like my stay, they paid for my accommodation and travel, and like everything was included. So I felt really valued, because I never thought it would get to that point, because I just thought, you know, I'm doing media at college. I didn't think I'd be able to grow from there. But yeah, I've even gotten like paid jobs as well from this college course. So yeah, and it's something I enjoy doing, because don't get me wrong, I do like this course, but I wouldn't want to go into like TV or film just because I feel like it's quite to the books with what you can do. And I feel like there is obviously personal growth, but I feel like to get your name out there, it would take a while. But I feel like if you found something you like doing, so not necessarily a little niche, because I feel like basketball is growing more and more, but I feel like when, especially if you're interested in, for example, like basketball and the videography and photography side of it, you start recognising the names. And even I went to film an away game, this was a few weeks ago, and I went up to one of the videographers and they were like, oh, what's your name? And I said, oh, it's Emilija. And he said, oh, like, I know who you are, like, I've messaged you on Instagram before, blah, blah. So that kind of felt nice, because I felt like I was getting recognised in a way. I definitely think all students should take up the opportunity to do work experience, just because you learn a lot of skills that you'll not learn in the classroom. One, it being like communication with people that you've never met before, and two, it's just very valuable to learn different skills. And especially with this course, just checking your equipment, and it helps you be more independent as well, because sometimes at college you kind of rely on other people's help, but yeah, it kind of teaches you how to be independent. I would say just don't be scared of the future or anything like that, because you come to college, you're here for like 2 or 3 years, so even if you don't necessarily know what you want to do in the future, just apply to something that you enjoy doing or that you like, because it's better to have a job in the future that you enjoy doing than one that you don't enjoy doing as much. So yeah, just don't be nervous, and I feel like take every opportunity you can. I chose Mid-Kent College because I didn't necessarily want to go to sixth form, because I found that it was more restricting, and especially in terms of media, I didn't want to sit down and do written work as much, because I'd done media for GCSE and it was more analysing things instead of going out there and actually making the products. So that is the main reason why I chose Mid-Kent College to do my creative media course, because it's more hands-on. And don't get me wrong, we do written work, but it's a lot more practical based.